Another fantastic day here in UAE at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium for this first one-day international between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. So the Mobilink Jazz Cup up for grabs. The toss was won by Sri Lanka with Dilshan calling correctly, and wanted to bat first to Sri Lanka on the well-grassed looking surface. I've got to say it looks an absolute treat. It's a little bit of grass on it, but that should gather pace, and it should, well, the ball should fly around nicely for the crowd that are coming in. Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, this 5-match series, and of course lots of changes. Both teams, it's a lot of one-day sort of all-rounders for Pakistan. When you look at that and go down that lineup, and Akmal back in Afridi, Razak, Sarfaraz Ahmed's going to keep wicket, and Chima comes back into the side, so no Junior Khan the left arm. And then in Sri Lanka, they've got lots of changes too, and Kumar Sangakkara is going to keep wicket again. Good to see Lasith Malinga back in the side. It makes such a difference for the Sri Lankans. And boom boom, Afridi. So much talk and so much hype around this man coming back into international contention in the short version of the game, that is, for 50 over and T20 cricket, no longer Test cricket so much, and it's back in Pakistan colours. Skipper, of course, top of the innings. He moved back up there in the Test matches, late in the Test match scene as it were, the third Test match in Sharjah, but rightly so, back up there, and of course one-day internationals, pretty useful. And said him at the toss, very proud nation in terms of one-day international cricket. Of course, finalists against India, and Ipal Tranda is back on the side. Lots of experience, really useful average, and not a bad strike rate. So that left-hand, right-hand combination, very important. And they'll be up against a man who's in form at a great Test series, winning side, thanks to large in part this man Umar Gul, in terms of pressure he put on, not just getting people out, but he created pressure, and wickets from the other end helped his presence and his form. Sun shining, and crowd starting to build nicely here in Dubai for this first one. And lots of pressure on the home side to perform. Did so in the Test series, won at 1-0. Different ball game now. Colour clothing and white balls. 2 white balls in fact, with 1 from each end. That's all changed, so we'll go through those little changes very shortly to 50 over cricket, what it can mean, all the sort of excitement it can bring to this 50 over format. Kishan Raza, third one-day international up the centre, doing a bit with the Test series. Here comes Umar Gul for the first delivery of the day. And it will be a wide, so you have to bowl it all over again. So a bit of fitness already for umpire Raza. So welcome in old mate Russell Arnold. How are you?
Good afternoon, Danny. Good afternoon to all our viewers. A hint of movement for Umar Gul. He looks for that right from the word go. Generally the ball wouldn't swing for long in these conditions in this part of the world. Therefore going right up. Give yourself that extra chance.
Impeccable line that we saw in the Test match series. Yeah, you're right, Russ, in terms of not so much swing. I don't know about this over the years, how much the ball in terms of the 80s and 90s, and then it changed a little bit to the new millennium, this new decade, and this not so much swing. But I tell you what, no, looking forward to this. 2 new balls again. It's gone back to the old days before that 1992 World Cup. That all changed and went to 1 ball. Of course, later on, a few years ago, they did a mandatory change at 34 overs. The ball was changed. Not so now. Looking forward to this, Russell. 2 new balls, ball coming on a bit of bounce, hit through the line.
Yeah, the pitch should suit that. Hitting through the line will be the key, though I think with that grass covering the ball will hold up a bit. But as time goes on, you see the ball go through. But important from Sri Lanka's point of view, they've got the fresh faces. They've got to change in, but to get off to a flyer, just ease those nerves because they haven't been having the best of times. He's a man who can make a big difference. Can score quickly. He's used to scoring big runs.
Here's the first one off the bat. Quick one taken. Calm the nerves for Taranga.
He did well there, Ajmal. His bowling arm as well, that was thrown in by Farhat. Great understanding between these two. This is what they do well. If they can't get the ball through, they drop and run. Batted together quite a while. Quite a lot, in fact. That throw from Farhat was travelling. Look at Ajmal. Got it on his wrist. But more important, he saved 4 runs.
He won't be too pleased about it. Bowling hand. So Ajmal. Dilshan for his first ball. Well watched. And a bounce. Russell Arnold out there at the pitch report. Nice little grass covering. So, intrigued as to see if this goes a little bit off the straight. How much pace Gull can get from the surface.
Yeah, but if you notice, Danny, there was no swing. That's because that length's much shorter. The moment he goes fuller, you'll see it swing a little bit more.
Now that seemed and bounced. And Dilshan, well, no surprises. He was going to have a big larrup at it. Brilliant.
Did well the wicket keeper because this was travelling, and it does a lot after it passes the batsman. But that extra bounce, that's what did Dilshan in. He was going after it, just like he'll always do.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself at the toss and had a chuckle with him and said, you'll be opening the batting as usual and trying to lick it to all parts of the ground. Not going to miss out. He's never going to die wondering. It's the beauty. Tilakaratne Dilshan. 2 slips in. And leg by to keep the strike. It's 3 for none. Taranga Dilshan, Sangakkara. Very pleased about those two. And you, nice little line. You pleased with that? Nice.
Yeah, looks good. Jawardena will be batting at 5, so that'll add more experience to the lower middle order. Chandimal, exciting youngster, Danny. He gets a go at number 4.
In the air and over the top, and he might have to run. He didn't want to run for it, but it'll get there, I think. Just get there. And there is the first boundary of this first one-day international for the skipper.
Oh, he was lucky. He was ball watching Tilakaratne Dilshan, but the ball was pulling up. But this is what he needs, a couple of those shots to go through. Gets it over. He's on his way, most importantly.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Dilshan stands out of his ground, stands out of his crease to ball come on even more. And that's cut him in half. Chima have gone up for it. Now, of course, the other thing I'll let you in on, you're allowed 1 referral, that's all. We've got the referral system for this one-day series. Didn't have it for the test series. We've got Hawkeye and the referral system. And you get 1 per innings of a one-day international. What a delivery.
Same length as the ball before, but a different line. Give Dilshan width, he puts you away, but if you can bowl closer to the off stump and move that ball back into him, you will cause problems. It's the top of the flap. It's a good decision by umpire. Rasmus.
Big movement. Big movement in the air from Chima. It's like what I see, because he goes the other way from Umar Gull, so a nice little compliment for these 2 Pakistanis.
They did bowl well in that first test, but we didn't see him after because the Pakistanis changed their combination. So he gets a looking. The Junaid Khan did well, but I'm sure he could do with a break. He bowled lots of overs in that test series. Much older than Junaid Khan.
has gone a little bit wider on the crease. Well, Russell, he had problems, didn't he, in the Test match in Abu Dhabi running on. He got spoken to by the umpires, Chima that is, and so natural angle back in is just accentuated from the width of the crease he's come. Lovely seam position. Would have been a wide, let it go on the other side, and look how wide he gets on the crease here, and then the movement in.
But that one beat him for pace. Dilshan so late on that.
It's off the pad, and it's called wide in fact. I thought I heard something off the pad. So umpire Maria Erasmus said it's 4 wides.
Starting 2 straight, Chima. Very wide. Probably Dilshan just hit his pad, but easy decision for the umpire because there was easily a foot of daylight. We were on the Sri Lankan team, Danny. Jawardhan at 5, then you got Angelo Matthews. A lot will depend how he goes about things. But at 7, there's a Kulasekara. That's Kosala Kulasekara. He made his debut in the 3rd test. Not Nuwan Kulasekara. He's injured and he's not here.
Gone! There's the first one. Courtesy of a big chop on. He got a major piece of this one to Dilshan, but not big enough because all he's done is put it onto his stumps and he's gone. Beautiful movement in the air from Chima, and it has done the trick for Pakistan early.
It's done it again, that little in dipper. Got him in all sorts of problems. Dilshan 4, Sri Lanka 1 down for 12.
Time for the Sangman, Kumar Sangakkara. He's had a wonderful time in the Test series. Can he convert that into the 50-over game? And he's here because his captain was defeated by a wonderful piece of bowling. Big inside edge, but it was the movement in the air that caused all the problems for Dilshan. And last ball of this over, and I don't think Chima will mind bowling the left-handers. Got a gully in now, so 2 slips and a gully, and that movement, of course, will go away from the outside edge of Sangakkara. Solid as is Sangha. 12 for 1. A good start to another over from Chima. He's got 1 for 11 from 2.1. After the 4-leg buys, the very first delivery from Magoli bowled 5 dot balls, and pressure that is now being created by Chima from the far end of the ground to Gul in the form he's in. So it's a wonderful contest, Gul versus Sangakkara, and now Taranga versus Chima.
No width at all. Real good bowling. Dot balls will build pressure. You can't keep doing this for much longer. The Sri Lankans will need to look for those extra runs. No singles on offer either, so it's real good stuff from Pakistan. But the positive is, Danny, from a batting point of view, that ball's hitting the middle of the bat. It's coming on nicely, so the batsmen just need to get in, get a feel for it. You need to give yourself a chance as a batsman. That's where Dilshan failed. Of course, we know he sees it out there, he goes for it. It was just in the 2nd over. Give yourself a sighter. I remember in the past when Jayasuriya, Kaluwitharana, when they were going after the bowling, 2, 3, 4 overs. Take it easy.
So in control, down the 3rd man. Yeah, just the way Dilshan plays, isn't it? And he's so expansive, and he just creates his own room outside off stump. But that movement and bounce, very impressed with this surface. So I expect a bit more noise as this crowd starts to build up. Local time, just gone 3:33. So Friday, the holiday. Expecting a lot more in through the turnstiles. Sangakkara looking at the favourite little whip stroke off his legs. Wasn't quite there. He'd still be just be still smarting a bit with that little niggly injury. The midships, and still maybe just playing on his mind a little uncomfortable.
He's a father of two, Danny. A great batsman. Great professional. He'll work his way into the game. He knows it's important.
On the legs, just don't bowl there, and the last ball of Chima's over has been dispatched before. It's now 26 for them. Umagul. And he plays one of those glorious strokes through extra cover. Don't bother running for it. It has gone to the fence for 4. It's time for a change of voice. A couple of openers, Sanath Jayasuriya and Ramiz Raja.
Rather be on the non-strikers end when I'm batting with Sanath. Let him handle the bowling, and well, handling the bowling beautifully now is Taranga. A couple of nice shots. This one a flowing drive to the offside, so making good use of the stay at the crease. Trusting the pace and the bounce and the trueness of the pitch. Glorious cover drive. It's a no ball. It's crumbling just a little bit for Umar Gul. That's a problem with him. A couple of good overs, then he can lose his focus, and now that can hurt Pakistan quite badly. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Ramiz. Sri Lanka a bit disappointed with Dilshan's departure. And I think this is the last ball from Magul. Sri Lanka needs to bat sensibly to pull Taranga and Sangakkara. This is the free hit for Pul Taranga.
Goes big, is cleaned up, but no damage done. Got to do that more often, not when it's a free hit or when you're on a free hit.
That's right, Pul Taranga. The slow one from Magul. Taranga wants to get the maximum runs. Clever bowling by Umagul.
Once again gets that ball to lift. Umar Gul. Sri Lanka had lost Tilakaratne Dilshan early in the pace ball by Chima for 4. It's a very fine batting lineup. This Chandimal, the new man, the youngster is in, slotted to come in after a fall of a wicket, and then Jayawardene and Matthews, 2 quality players. Wisekra is the keeper, Prasanna the leg spinner, then the 3 fast bowlers. Exciting talent, Chandimal.
Pul Taranga just push it through to third man for single. Yeah, Dinesh Chandimal, one of the upcoming youngsters for Sri Lanka cricket, has been playing good cricket and got a lot of runs in the domestic season. And Ravi's also, he got a big 100 against England, in England at Lord's. I think would have given a lot of confidence, but unfortunately he was dropped during the Australia series, and he got an opportunity again for this Pakistan ODI series. Likewise, Kosala Kulasekar and Seguge Prasanna. So those players, the youngsters are coming into Sri Lankan side now.
Yes, I feel that it's a good format where you can develop and engage and introduce young blood. I'm sure Jeff Marsh will be keeping an eye on the youth, how he can develop the talent. There's plenty of talent in Sri Lanka. There's natural ability. School cricket is in good hands, in good shape. And so Sri Lankans get a lot of help, a lot of support from that school structure. Focus is on. Tries to play that cut shot for one, gets nothing out of that ball. It's 32 for one. It's a good start, a little bit of movement, just enough to keep the batsman honest.
Razak from this pavilion end, and just make sure that he bowls to right areas. Where Sangakkara has faced about 21 balls to get 4 runs. Sangakkara makes sure that he wants to stay and not to throw it away this time, because he knows how difficult is this wicket.
Down the track, that is another good way of playing medium pace. Will he be able to put up the Razak off his target? He's feeling a little uptight. The facial expressions doesn't give you the impression of a confident operator. But he's got experience enough really to see off this difficult phase. I'm sure he's eyeing a big innings here. The strike is back with Upul Taranga.
There will be always a period, Ramesh, the batsman will get stuck. That is the time two experienced batsmen are there, so make sure that they will not get panicked, because they should stay there and rotate the strikes, singles. If they have big shots, they find it difficult to with these conditions and the way they're bowling.
Doesn't flow freely off his pads, Upul Taranga. Very fine through the offside, is a good cutter. And we'll go 5 overs, none for 11. Chima 1 for 18. Hostile spell from Chima. Razak has just started his new spell. Pakistan very keen to use the pace resources. No signs yet of Afridi or Saeed Ajmal or even Hafiz. Oh, that's got him. He's walking. A faint edge, a faint tickle, and well, Kumar Sangakkara's patient knock comes to an end. And it's Abdur Razak who's got a big broad smile on his face. Just the kind of wicket that Pakistan were hoping. They were exerting pressure on Sri Lanka. Well, that pressure has earned them a big one. Got him, yes. He's gone. Sangakkara for 5, it's 36 for 2. Going has been tough. Can Dinesh Chandimal turn the tide in favour of the Sri Lankans? He's young, he's good. Sanath Jayasuriya likes his talent. He can hit the ball hard and still young, so it'll be should be a free-flowing spirit out there. Leaves that one convincingly, 36 for 2.
Just 3 runs and over. Chandimal was exciting young prospect for Sri Lanka. But it is a new format, as we've been telling you. Waka with 2 new balls from either side, batsmen having to adjust, very little time to make mistakes, and it's imperative that 2 batsmen really set in, because you'll never have time to really settle down and get your runs, because there's always always the danger, or always the challenge of facing a newer ball.
Look, I think the batsmen should not really worry about it. I think they got to stop thinking about this two-ball thing. You know, they got to just go out there and play according to the way they play. I mean, Dilshan got to go out there and look to smash the ball if it's there. But if you start thinking, oh, there are two balls being played and I have to be very careful, it might swing or seam, then you're done. Then it's a problem. Like that. Like that. That is all the way. What a hit from a youngster.
Now this is why I said he's special talent. Dinesh Chandimal can excite a lot of fans around the world. He's that type of a player. Latched onto it. It's not exactly pitched up, but hit it on the up. But look at the timing. Great shot.
I like the attitude. Not afraid to hit it over the top, which is the key in one-day cricket. He's been looking to get runs, isn't it? Chandimal. He's got 100 at Lord's, is that right? Yeah. So he knows this international cricket. He's played against England that time, so he knows this arena pretty well, I guess.
A lot of talent. That's the first boundary in 51 balls. Talks of the stranglehold the Pakistan seam bowlers or the bowlers have had on the Sri Lankan batting. That's a wide. That has to be a wide. Going for the slower delivery, but misdirected.
One good hit, one positive hit, and look at the difference. You made it clearly. Abdur Razak bowled superbly in the first couple of overs, and one big hit, and then he's on the back foot. All that slow delivery, he's a little scared that he's going to come after me again.
He's been looking very positive, Dinesh Chandimal. Good sensible cricket. Now the six pushed the man down to long on, and what Chandimal did was just pushed it into the gap and got that single. So the Sri Lankan 50.
Well, the last ball also kept a little low. We've seen a couple of deliveries in this particular over, just kept a little low. That might be a little worry for the Sri Lankans to start off, but then for the Pakistanis.
So into the over, 50 for 2.
Definitely cramped in for room. It's wide. I think that's where they've gone wrong. You've got to do something different. Either you've got to come in, look to play on the onside, or you've got to do something different. No doubt Pakistani bowlers, both bowlers, the new ball bowlers, bowl really well. Fine legs gone back, mid-on come up in the circle.
Chandimal has been the one exception. He's looked to attack. He's already hit a 6.
He's got two men on the onside, right on the boundary. That's square leg and right fine leg. And then he's got a short mid-wicket and mid-on. So there's a big room where Chandimal loves it. He just loves going over the top. We saw it in the last over. So there's the opportunity for him. They decide to go on the offside. The point fielder, the square fielder has come up and made full use of it. A little bit of room there. Nicely done.
Yes, that's his strength. Loves width, loves to attack. Didn't have too much of width, but worked quite well with what he had. Another welcome boundary. Sri Lanka need a few of those.
Variation is going to be the key here, especially with the power plays as we've been talking about. Good run. Good run. That's what they need to do.
That's the way to do it. They need to keep the ball, they need to rotate the strike. pushing it into gaps, but Taranga has, I get the feeling that the Pakistani bowlers have done a lot of hard work on Taranga because he loves the width. But just look at those red balls, the dots. I mean, it's been so accurate. Just one, the yellow one shows the boundary, and you could see hardly any width to him. They've been so accurate, wicket to wicket. There you are, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, he does struggle a little bit just outside the off stump, pitching and probably nipping back. That's where he struggles. He likes it on the offside. He likes the cut shot and driving on the offside. Doesn't really play too many shots on the onside. A very rare left-hander. Left-handers loves it on their legs.
He's very strong in that area, Taranga. Loves to open the face of the bat, loves to drive square, and also plays the cut quite well. But that's what the Pakistanis have worked on. Just made sure that it's wicket to wicket. Not a bad Sri Lankan contingent. In fact, a good one. Good Sri Lankan crowd. They need something to cheer here. They need the Sri Lankans to step up in this one-day series. And again, behind point, we're looking for a couple here. They'll get a couple to end the over. 60 for 2. Chandimal already imposing himself. He's gone to 17 of 20 balls. Taranga has been much slower. 51 balls for his 20. Ooh. Did it bounce? Certainly seemed to be a catch that fell just short of the bowler.
I think it's just pitch just short of a piece. It was a little uppish. Well short. But this will be a good match here. Mohammad Hafiz has been outstanding till now. He's bowled 3 overs for 7, bowling to a youngster.
Good sensible cricket, I must say. If you don't get the boundaries, if you don't get the twos, do it in singles. Single is such a vital element in run making. Sometimes batsmen tend to forget that. Over the top, over cover, and it will race away to the boundary. That's where he likes it. He got a bit of width, and that was what we were talking about, and Upul Taranga just scooped it.
That's what I meant earlier. You've got to give yourself a room, maybe, or just use your feet, because Mohammad Hafiz is so tight on the off stump. He's not really going to give much to the batsman. If you use your feet or just do what Taranga just did, you're going to trouble him, upset him a little bit.
Get the bowler thinking. Shouldn't sort of allow him to get him into a groove and just keep firing the ball into a point. Need to get him thinking, put him off his target. He's firing it in at his leg stump, Upul Taranga.
One thing goes in Sri Lankan's favour, that Upul Taranga is still there. He's got 1200s. I mean, he knows the game well. So he's still out there. He needs to carry on from here on. Make another 100 here.
Goes again, and this time he's gone. So third wicket, and Upul Taranga, the batsman, being dismissed. Oh, it's a straightforward chance.
Well, he was trying to look to hit over mid-on, and he got way too close to the ball and hit it very flat, straight to Chima and mid-on. Upul Taranga 25, 66 for 3.
Well, 87 runs short of 10,000 runs in one-day cricket. He's still short of 46 runs to achieve that task in Test cricket. It would have been unique had he achieved it in Test cricket and also got it in the one-day series. Chandimal is the batsman on strike. They'll be looking for a couple. That's what they will get eventually. Upul Tharanga was the batsman dismissed. Looking to go over the top. In the end, a fairly straightforward chance and well taken. Hafiz, the wicket taker.
Well, the shot was definitely on because mid-on fielder was right in the circle. He couldn't really get the full meat of the bat. Got too close to the ball, isn't it? Few dignities.
Chandimal is busy, getting busy. He's pushing the ball around. He's actually having that right intent. He's looking to score runs. He's not going to get bogged down. That's what's important. You don't need boundaries. All you need to do is make sure that you push it around into the gaps. Don't allow the bowlers to settle in. What the Sri Lankans couldn't do in that phase, but now Mahela Jayawardene, doesn't he have a huge task here? Sadly, didn't live up to that great reputation he had in the Test series, but I'm sure he would want to put this behind him, come up with something special.
I think it's gone. The bat might be in the air. Direct hit is always dangerous. He's going upstairs for sure, the umpire.
Well, that is something the Sri Lankans could ill afford. Dinesh Chandimal has been the man who's looked good so far. It has been referred. So let's see what happens. Let's see what we see. Chandimal, oh, I think he's just in. He's grounded his bat, so I think that's what saved him. And of course he's young, he's quite quick between wickets.
Yeah, he just made it. He did a good job. Dragged his bat the last second. It seemed from here that he might have just put the bat direct in his crease. It might be running a little late, but good work. Good work by the youngster. Not out.
Should be not out, and there you are. Chandimal survives, much to the relief of the Sri Lankan crowd and Sri Lankan supporters. Pakistan really wanted him also dismissed. Looks solid. Gets into line, Chandimal. Watches the ball very carefully onto the bat.
Done well, Misbah ul Haq. Kept his bowlers changing.
They get another single. So 20 overs gone. Now it's 19 overs, that is. 71 for 3. 71 for 3. 19 overs completed. Shahid Afridi, the comeback man. Well, firm favourite of this Pakistan crowd. He's coming on to ball, and in the commentary box, Russell Arnold and Manis Raja kitted up for a business meeting, I guess. We'll take you over the next half hour.
Thanks, Rashad. Cricket is our business. Shahid Afridi, what a tremendous track record. Of late has prospered brilliantly as a bowler alone. Misbah ul Haq having a word with him, just trying to get the field right. Making a comeback to international cricket, Afridi. crowds absolutely love him. Yeah, you'll see a lot of welcome banners for Afridi. He's back. Boom Boom is back.
Plenty of banners, all right.
After a good safe start, I think like Hafizi, like this glazed ball because he doesn't spin the ball much. He's quicker through the air and presents his sleight of hand with variations, a lot of them.
The bit of extra bounce that this pitch will offer, that will be useful to Afridi. He'll use that well. His key is also he bowls wicket to wicket. That's what the Pakistanis have done well so far, and the Sri Lankans really struggling. Except for Dinesh Chandimal, who's looked really positive.
Afridi had a tremendous World Cup, 21 wickets in that World Cup, leading wicket taker. Look at that average, economy rate was outstanding. That is a welcome all right. It's 10 rows back. It's a big one from Chandimal. He is not going to look at the reputation of the operator with the ball. What a big hit, a classic one.
This is what Sri Lanka need, a new hero. The second six for Dinesh Chandimal. Put out of the way, swing right through the line. Not new to the game. It's already got 2 one-day hundreds to his name.
Oh, that's gone. Yes. Great result for Shahid Afridi. Quicker and absolutely bullseye. And the crowds have enjoyed that wicket. And Afridi is in the news once again. That was plumb. Could have gone on to hit the stumps. And Chandimal, well, he'd be disappointed after hitting a massive six. He's gone. And Pakistanis are in a huddle. They are ruling the roost. 4 wickets down now. The latest victim, Chandimal, for 28 at 77 for 4. Angelo Matthews is the new man in for Sri Lanka. 77 for 4. They find themselves in a lot of bother. Chandimal was attracting attention with his good footwork and good talent. He's been nabbed in the process by a quicker one from Shahid Afridi, going back and wrapped in front of the stumps. And this has been Pakistan's strength. They're bowling in one-day cricket. They've got variety and they've got class. And on target once again. And it's 77 for 4. Afridi is doing his bit with the ball once again. Chandimal was leg before wicket to Afridi, didn't read his straighter one, would have gone on to hit the stumps, and that decision, we are told, would have stayed with the umpire. Oh, that's close, maybe going down the leg side. Afridi says that go for a review, and I think Pakistan will opt for a review. He looks extremely happy. That one kept low. But I felt there's just a little bit of in-drift to have missed the leg stump. Nevertheless, we have a bit of drama here.
Yeah, but Afridi feels that if they can get Javadena here, Sri Lanka's innings will go nowhere. Again, the quicker one. Well in. Initially, you need to make sure if it's a legal delivery. Just keeps going with the arm. Hits him in front of maybe middle stump.
Umpire's call, so it'll stay as not out, which is the original decision. The ball clipping the leg stump, but that in the eyes of the umpire and the way the law is interpreted will be a not out.
It needed more than 50% of the ball to clip. And the DRS system is in place to get rid of the bloopers. not the 50-50 calls. We were talking about Chandimal's one as well. Now, if that had been given not out, it still would have stayed with it. So it's the 50-50 call. You can live with that one.
Not a lot of spin. That looked very serious issue, and Afridi straight away convinced Misbah Haq that a review needs to be taken. And even though that ball was kissing the leg stump, but it wasn't conclusive enough. As mentioned, a 50-50 decision stays with the umpire whether he's given it as out or not out.
So just the one review available to the team. Pakistan have used that one up.
You can always debate the fact that kissing the leg stump or kissing the bail should be given out or not, because once the ball is hitting the stumps, you should be pronounced as dead as a batsman. But I guess the nature of the beast is to give batsmen the benefit of the doubt. So that law is engaged in spirit.
Yeah, Misbah's been good. He's got 5 men in the ring.
Once again, leg side that is his natural line, but a good over comes to an end. 88 for 4. Afridi has bowled beautifully. 4 overs, 1 for 16. We'll have change of voices. Roshan Abhisinghe joined by a special guest, Mr. Simon Toffel. Yahale Toffel.
What's up, TK Ryan?
97 for 4. Afridi has been right on the money. It's very impressive. In fact, all Pakistan bowlers have been. So Matthews is on 7. Jawardene is on 11. They've taken a fair bit of time. It's been the pattern of play. Very good evening to you, Simon. You're very versatile. How many languages do you speak?
Just enough to get myself into trouble and just enough to get myself out of trouble, I think. But it's always great to assimilate into local culture and be able to get by.
It's been a real battle between bat and ball. Bat seemed to be losing at this stage. He's been mixing it up. He's been throwing it up a bit.
Roshan, I think what's been really interesting to note is how the 2 white balls have worked in this match, and being able to, you know, have the spinners be able to keep on top of the scoring rate as a result.
Big single. That is a new innovation, bringing 2 balls from either end. But we were talking about this earlier, thinking that the orthodox spinner might go out of the game. We'll talk about it next over. That should be a wide. It has to be a wide. So we have the luxury to discuss that.
Yeah, thanks Murray for that wide down the leg side. Yeah, look, it's been one of the great innovations, I think, to try and even up the contest between bat and ball. And don't forget too that these bowlers are used to this type of format with the 20-20 as well.
So they get a single off the last ball. The Sri Lankan 100 is up. It's 100 for 4. It's 100 for 4. Matthews has made 8. Jawardene at 12. Pakistan have used their spinners quite a bit, both Hafiz and Afridi. Hasn't given too much away. Simon, I get the feeling that with the 2 new balls, that the orthodox spinner who would be willing to flight the ball, try and get wickets, may not really find a place, because it's obviously difficult to bowl with a newish ball.
Well, it is, but it's a different type of skill, Roshan, and I think what we've seen with the advent of 20-20 cricket and these bowlers still participating in that form of the game is that this is not new territory for them. They're able to actually just keep that pace on the ball, make it difficult for the batsman to score because they're bowling good length. See, that is a very difficult length for a batsman to hit. It was still just short of a length. The batsman's going to take a big risk to get under that ball and to loft it.
Well, that's off an outside edge. They'll be looking for a couple of runs. That's the ball that Hafiz bowls so well. He bowls it straight, takes it away from the right-hander. Have a look at it. That's straightened. But Matthews, to his credit, played it well. Played it very late. Opened the face of the bat. Just let it run it down towards third man. Very well bowled indeed. Very, very well bowled indeed. The batsmen seem to be playing for the off spin, but it's going the other way.
Well, they are. That's true. But don't forget, look at the length. The batsman's shaping to go forward. Then he realises the length is just a little bit short, and he's having to be able to go back.
So dot ball to end the over. 103 for 4. So under 4 runs and over for Sri Lanka. That's not what they wanted when they won the toss. It's been a tight line in length. Simon, tell me, you've been, besides umpiring, of course, I know you've been doing a lot of training of umpires, worked with the Sri Lankan umpires, and also with the Pakistan umpires. I mean, tell us a little bit more about it.
Sure, Roshan. Well, one of the challenges now in the game of cricket for match officials is the advent of technology as an extra dimension to umpiring. And what it means for us is that we actually have to embrace it in a way that helps us to do our jobs more efficiently, but also not impinge upon the flow of the game, and also help us to achieve the objective of getting more decisions right for the players and the spectators. And as a result, we actually have to change our training methods. We have to look at different ways of doing things. And Murray yesterday on screen was part of our training module that we did with 10 Sports here. That looked out to me, but he might go upstairs anyway.
Well, that is a big blow, and Matthews has to be run out. Terrible mix-up. Well, he's walking away because he's quite convinced that he was well short of the crease.
And this is exactly one of the things we did yesterday in our module. We looked at run-outs as well. So the TV umpire here is talking to the director, is asking for the director for the run-out camera. We should be happy with that first view.
Well, it should be an easy one for the TV umpire. Not good news for the Sri Lankans, I'm afraid. So that's straightforward. That was an easy one. So Angelo Matthews run out. He's gone for 10. Sri Lanka 104 for 5. Well, Kosala Kulasekara making his ODI debut. He did make his debut earlier in the Test series. Angelo Matthews was run out, and that's what brought Kulasekara in. The more than useful batsman, Kosala Kulasekara, can loft the ball, can hit it very straight. Good against spin, but here he needs to play a huge role, and that could be to try and stay there and support the more experienced Mahela Jayawardene, who's on 14. And Afridi holds a fine delivery. It's 104 for 5. So not much of batting left for Sri Lanka. Hafiz will continue, and Mahela Jayawardene is such an important player here. Now, this is what happened to Angelo Matthews.
Yeah, a bit of confusion out there in the middle.
Played fine. Now that's what the Sri Lankans will be looking to do, at least push it around in singles.
Well, that's right, and that's why Mahela's so important in this innings now. He's got to be the anchor for them. Fine throw there, and the batsman well short of his crease. Umpire just going upstairs to make sure. Third umpire did the job extremely well, didn't muck around too long, got on with the game.
That was a relatively easy one for the third umpire. Not the
I wish they were all like that, to be honest, Roshan. That's
See, one thing that I really need to find out from you, Simon, is when a decision gets reviewed, I mean, you give a decision out and the batsman or the fielder challenges it, how would an umpire react in that scenario, or what is your mindset?
Yeah, it's a good question. We saw one earlier on tonight with Murray Erasmus off the bowling of Shahid Afridi, and turned out to be a very good decision by Murray on this occasion. He's a fine umpire, and Shahid was very excited about it, went up straight away, very confident about it. Forward. But your question about what goes through the mind of the umpire, the first thing that goes through the mind of Murray here would be, oh dear, I'm going to have my decision.
Talk about it. It's 105 for 5. 105 for 5. 19 overs to go. Sri Lanka has a batting power play. They need to take it before the 40th over with the new rules. But again, just back to my question, Simon, how would your mindset be when your decision gets questioned by a player?
Well, Freddie gets through his overs here very quickly, so we haven't got a lot of time, but the unnerving factor is that we get feedback all the time. That's not a problem. But what we do is we get instant feedback on an occasion like this, and that's a very difficult concept to do and then move on to the next ball. So the first thing that goes through your mind is, gee, I hope you got the decision right. The second thing that you've got to do is actually deal with the process. So here, for example, Murray is making his decision. Freddie's very confident. You may decide to start second-guessing yourself and say, did I actually get that right? Have I made a confident call? Then you have to deal with the process of going through it with the third umpire and saying, this is what I saw, this is what I think. Then the third umpire actually has to work through the technological information that he's got at his disposal and help the on-field umpire then either stick with his original call or change it.
Well, so you need to be quite savvy with technology as much as you are an umpire.
Exactly right. We'll come back to this next over, but that's the whole reason why we went through this training module yesterday.
Just get a single off the last ball. It's been slow going. 106 for 5. 106 for 5. It's been tough going for Sri Lanka. Kulasekara took it off the mark. So Hafiz will continue. I know being technologically savvy is one thing, but how relieved would an umpire be when the third umpire agrees with your decision after it has been referred?
Well, that's the thing, Roshan. We get negative feedback. We also get positive feedback, and we know that we're getting 95% of our decisions correct. So getting that 95% positive feedback on the time is a real confidence boost out there on the field of play. So yes, you need to know how to use the technological tools that are available, the different replays, the different directors, the different tools at your disposal, but also the communication between the umpires. The communication between the umpires, not only the two blokes out there on the field, but also your third umpire and your fourth umpire, and the communication with the director is absolutely vital to be able to make sure that there's no misunderstandings. So as a result, the types of words that you use, being able to get through some of the communication challenges of dealing with Pakistan umpires, Sri Lankan umpires, Australian umpires with different accents, different words have different meanings sometimes, and we've got Pakistan umpire here, Ahsan Raza, with South African umpire Murray Erasmus. We've also got...
that is soft. That is very, very soft indeed. Kulasekara could only blame himself. It was tossed up and he could have gone over the top, but instead just a straightforward chance to the man at mid-off. Sri Lanka loses another wicket. They could ill afford to do that. We were talking about the importance of Kulasekara staying there with Mahela Jayawardene, and that's not what he did. He's gone for naught. It's 107 for 6. So Hafiz has been the man got that wicket. Pakistan attacking. Sekuge Prasanna. New batsman, he can bat, he can look after himself, but he needs to help Mahela Jayawardene. So another good over. It's 107 for 6. And he's just bowled 2 overs, so Misbah-ul Haq has side Ajmal in store, and Sri Lanka need to take the batting power play. Don't forget, wickets have been lost regularly. Kosala Kulasekara was the last batsman dismissed. Quite a soft dismissal, straight down the throat of mid-off. He wouldn't be pleased with that.
I'm sure he's not, but it's all about pressure. You know, Pakistan are just building pressure by bowling dot balls, and the batsmen are turning strike over, so they're having to try different things.
Quite a straightforward, easy catch to Margul at mid-off. The other thing is that Pakistan spinners at either end have got through their overs very quickly. And sometimes you could go through a passage where you don't have much runs, but you'll suddenly find with the spinners bowling that you've consumed a lot of your overs.
Exactly right, and that's part of their process here, is they're actually not spending a lot of time making too many fielding changes. However, they are getting through their overs very quickly, building those dots, and before you know it, 4 or 5 overs have gone through. What have we got now with the run rate? We're just over 3 runs and over.
Yeah, 3.22. That's not great. Now, Ajmal has already got through 3 balls in the over with just a single. Now he's brought in that extra man in catching. Obviously, that's what he's very strong with. The variety he brings in with his bowling. He does spin the off break, but this is the over spinner. Goes straight through, and he also bowls a wicket doosra. Very lucky not to have touched it.
I think the Sri Lankan batsmen have really struggled all Test series to try and pick that one.
That's a very watchful defence by Prasanna. You could see that he was determined to watch it onto the bat. Will be looking to get close to 200 if they can. Might be a huge achievement under the circumstances. Now is that a wide? It is. Just slipping down the leg side. So 109 for 6, double spin. So Hafiz will bowl his last over. And Jayawardene, he will be out caught, will he? No, in fact, it bounces just in front of Razak coming in from long on. Not a great effort, but I'm rather surprised with that shot of Mahela Jayawardene.
I think Mahela's now getting a little bit frustrated himself. He's just trying different things. That's what I was saying before. They've got to try and get out of this rut of not being able to score fluently. Got to try different things.
Very lucky indeed. Sri Lanka can't afford to lose their most experienced batsman. So Sri Lanka will have to take their batting power play before the 40th over. But back to this training you conducted, just tell us how it came about.
Well, one person was instrumental with 10 Sports. This would not have happened without 10 Sports, and I know Upa Kamel is watching at home, so hello Upa. Upex, thanks for all your help, and also for quick run there. Also for ICC to show a great initiative and partnership with 10 Sports to be able to use the facilities of the broadcast facility and ensure that we're able to better prepare our third umpires to be able to make better decisions. Another dot ball. This is their problem. They're really getting bogged down. But yeah, the training's been fantastic. The partnership with 10 Sports, the partnership between ICC and all of the staff behind the scenes have done a great job.
Naturally, I'm sure this type of training will only make the umpires better, and the number of mistakes an umpire would do or which could happen on the field of play will be reduced.
Well, it's a great investment, and as Hafiz is about to finish his spell, look at that economy rate, 2.5.
112 for 6. Well, that's the batting power play. You need to take it before the 40th over. This is the new rule that the ICC have brought in. Not very flexible after the 40th over. In the past, captains used to use it sometimes in the last 5 overs, but here, Lanka to take it. But in the past, the team wouldn't have even dreamt of taking a batting power play on 112 for 6.
No, but this is part of the reason for the rule change, is to be able to, liven up those middle overs. And before you could leave it until the 45th over, now you can't. It's actually come a long way forward. So those 2 power plays have to be taken between overs 16 and completed by over 40. And as a result, we should see more exciting cricket in those middle overs.
I think the reason for introducing the batting power play was to try and liven up the middle overs. So the whole idea was lost when teams weren't opting for it. But yes, this is a good move. One-day cricket will be quite interesting.
Well, it certainly forces the captain's hand here a lot. He's now only got 3 fielders outside the circle for the next 5 overs. And so this is Sri Lanka's chance, but given their position at the moment with the amount of wickets that they've lost, turning over that strike is actually going to be harder because you've got more fielders inside the circle than perhaps you had before.
We'll have to forget the fact that they're in a batting power play, because it's more like surviving the 50 overs than really looking to push it along.
Yeah, good point. Their first priority now is really to get through these next 15 overs to be able to ensure that they just maximise every opportunity to score run.
Have to do it in singles. They've been very careful watching the ball onto the bat.
Yeah, Mahala's still struggling there with that throw, I think, just really starting to feel it a little bit. Malinga there selecting the new ball for when he gets his chance to bowl on this good pitch. He's going to be a handful, no question.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Malinga and Dilhara Fernando bowling from opposite ends. Now this is skied over cover. I wasn't really sure whether he was in control of the shot, but still, Sikuge Prasanna will get off the mark. Sri Lanka need a few blows like that to break the monotony of dot balls.
But even still, they've got to take this risk. Again, over the top. It's his straight one. He's really had to get under it and try and loft it, and that's a risky shot.
He will have to select 2 new balls now. In the past it was 1, now it is 2.
Certainly breaks the series of singles that we've been seeing. That's the first 3, I think, hit in this innings, which just goes to show you how well Pakistan have been able to create pressure and how difficult it's been for Sri Lanka to get the ball away.
So still not 4 runs and over. Look at the number of dot balls, 151 dot balls. Hardly any boundaries or 2s. Sri Lanka would have profited by looking to turn those dot balls, at least 50% or 25 to 30% of those into singles. Now from round the wicket. Dot ball 20 over. It's 117 for 6. 117 for 6. Shahid Afridi will continue. 14 overs to go. Change of voices in the commentary box. 2 men who would have loved to be out there in this game with 2 new balls at either end. Imagine the plight of the batsman. Danny Morrison and Waka Younis.
Thanks, Roche. Good to see you too. Back in the UAE, in Roshan. And I'm looking forward to this. Shahid Afridi, 1 for 21. He's come back in the attack and swapping ends, and so that lovely little shooter, that wrong'un of his against Jawardena, and the batting power play having to be taken. So he simply ran out of time to get it in the mid overs between 16 and 30. 16-39, 16-40, but 6 down is the problem for the touring side. So Waka Yunus alongside us. Yeah, two new balls, one from each end, and it's been good. It's pace and bounce.
Well, it's definitely worked for Pakistan. It's the first game they're playing on a greenish kind of pitch. There was a bit of grass on the pitch and they utilized it very nicely, and well done by Shaib Afridi. He backed it up very nicely. His bowling his 8th over and then picked up a wicket for 21. There's a lot of energy on the field. I think the work started by the Pakistani, the two fast bowlers, have been carried on by the spinners also. Afridi, Saeed Ajmal, Mohammad Hafiz, all of them really stuck in and didn't really give anything away.
Dilshan won the toss, and no hesitation in wanting to bat first, and Misbah City would have done the same at the toss. It's a wonderful looking surface. I suppose the unknown entity, of course, this is new, it's a fresh pitch, and the two new balls come back into vogue under the rules of game of cricket. Everyone's bowled well. Mahala's going to keep the strike. 120 for 6. He's gone across and gone. Razak with the catch, Saad Ajmal the bowler, and Mahela Jayawardene, similar to how he got bowled in the test match here in Dubai not that long ago. And the woes continue for the men in blue.
It's not working for Sri Lanka today. Whatever the Pakistanis are doing, it turning into gold. Jayawardene on for 24, it's 120 for 7.
Lasith Malinga, good to see him back in Sri Lankan colours. No test cricket anymore. Murali, that short version of the game is still lethal. It's up against Ajmal. It's more regularity resumes. This is the shortest ball he's bowled today. How short that was, and slanting. And it's a crazy old game. Just shows you don't have to bowl the best delivery in the world to get a wicket. There's the other one. We saw a lot of this in the Test match series. Doos were sliding across the right-hander.
Well, the Sri Lankans are not really helping themselves. 120 for 7, and nobody's willing to stick out there. Oh, what a delivery. It was just the doosra, just didn't turn enough. They've easily taken that off stump out. And what a delivery. How close was that?
Yeah, it could have been number 8. Down there, a little bit of happy haymaking. 2-year-old agricultural stroke from Lasith Malinga, gets off the mark. Just one to go. God, they get through their overs quickly here. Afridi and Ajmal, no mucking around. Lasith Malinga helped Sri Lanka win a game. It's the Aussies not that long ago. It's 121 for 7. Malinga the slinger is on strike to Shahadi Afridi. He's 1 for 24, looking for 2. Jadafridi. So watch that little Yorker. This man bowls him himself. A bit quicker, of course. Jadafridi just loves to get it in the block hole. That inducking shooter. Pierce the gap in this batting power play. Men in the ring. Umbrella field on that offside.
Nicely done by Umar Akmal there. A little bit of flight, I would say. So Malinga is looking a little edgy out there. He's looking to go over the top.
On a single. A direct hit. And would have been in trouble. Chima with the pick up and throw. Just a bit slow. Needed to be a direct hit. Hesitation. Side on, took the risk, Prasanna. Comfortable in the end, but needed to be a direct one on the stumps. We've got wicket on the fence, long on and long off. We just held us back nicely with Afridi. Less pace and gave it a little bit more air.
I think the Sri Lankans should push it and just play these overs. Down the track and gone. I don't really see the umpires going even upstairs. Shahid Afridi is back. That's his second wicket. Slower delivery, a little slower, and Prasanna made a hash of it. Another wicket for Afridi.
A regular salute from Shahid Afridi whenever he gets a wicket. And the 8th one is down. It's Prasanna just for 5. 122 for 8 now. Here's a big heave, and it is a big one because it's gone all the way for 6. Lasith Malinga has got out the long handle, smoked it.
He can tonk the net. That one was nowhere in the slot, but that heavy bat of his came down on time and clapped that one for 6. What a hit. Huge.
Wonder where Ajmal was going to go after that massive 6, which is the first boundary since the 20th over. Here's the stumping though. Prasanna, who premeditated, he said to himself, I'm going to go down this very next ball regardless of what Afridi bowls. And it was his undoing. Second one for Boom Boom Afridi. Trying to get the baseball shots in is Lasith Malinga. Still got over 10 overs after this one. 10 and a half overs. And he's trying to repeat that over long on mid-wicket. There's again.
Well, he's bowling way too quick. I think he's going to need to bowl a little slower for Malinga to just hit it up in the air. Fair enough, he hit a huge 6 earlier, but got to take that chance again rather than just darting it. He's going to get bat and ball. Pakistan better off picking a wicket here. Maybe can give maybe another 10-15 runs. I don't think they should mind that at the moment. Coming around the wicket now, Saeed Ajmal. He's bowling his 6th over. He's picked up a wicket.
Stumps, yep, and another one. And no need to, and a little bit of byplay there from the bowler. A little bit of facetious behaviour. Said it's not the most cleverest thing to do, young Lakmal, and you can disappear for an early shower for a duck.
It seemed like the Sri Lankans want to have an early night. That shot was never on. Lakmal gone without scoring. 1-2-9 for 9.
Fernando gets his first ball, and it's another Doosra. 129 for 9 now. Malinga and Fernando. Gone. No, he's put it down. Boom, boom. Should have had this one. And it was Lassie trying to lace another one back past the bowler.
I don't think Afridi was expecting this. This one went very quickly. Douglas couldn't hang on to it. He had it for a little while, I would say. And you said, there maybe.
Power play, the batting power play that is over. And 36 and 40 has been done. It has been a very sorry tale for Sri Lanka, having won the toss and wanted to bat. Last man out, Lakmal stumped Ahmed Vodajmal for no score. And some of the batting options you've got to wonder about from the Sri Lankans, and it is all over now. Lasith Malinga tries to heave another one over mid-wicket in that sort of region, and Shahid Afridi gets his man, his third wicket. Well bowled, Pakistan.
Lasith Malinga gone. There's the last wicket gone for 11. 131 all out. Sri Lanka.
Well, credibly, bowled out with almost 10 overs to go. 9.5 overs left. And pretty woeful batting performance from Dilshan and co. This is the 10th and final one to go. Lasith Malinga only knows one way. He was trying to keep finding that fence or go over it. And Shahid Afridi just saluting the crowd and saying, I'm back, with another little bag of wickets. 3 for 27 off 9.5 overs. He is applauded off the ground with his other teammates. So having lost the toss, they were asked to bowl first, Pakistan, and they've done the job, bowling out their opposition for just 131 and 40.3 overs. And the sign says it all. We love you, Boom Boom. Good to see you back. Doesn't make for happy reading if you're a Sri Lankan fan. No one really got started. Taranga there, 25, and Chandamal, he got 28. Jayawardene took his time to get 24. And then everyone else, well, they just weren't there long enough. Didn't use up the overs. The cardinal sin of not batting your 50 overs. In evidence there.
Well, a great work done by the Pakistani bowlers, especially Shahid Afridi. Picked up 3 wickets for 27. Azaz Chima, Umar Gold started off really well, kept things tight, and followed by Saeed Ajmal, Muhammad Hafiz picking up 2 each.
We'll be back in about a couple of minutes' time for the chase. They've been bowled out so quickly before 6 p.m. local time. We're going to have it very, very shortly for you. The chase 132 for Pakistan to go 1-0 up.
There seems to be a mental block or something.
Sri Lanka won the toss, but the innings went nowhere. Pakistan really good. Were able to put the pressure on the Sri Lanka right from the word go. Couple of 20s. Chandimal, he was the best of the lot. But other than that, 25 from Taranga. Jayawardene made 24, but look at the number of balls. An attacking combination from the Pakistanis. Hafiz, who's been having a great run.
Pakistan, on the other hand, have got to look at the opportunity of hitting Sri Lanka badly with an aggressive platform. I think that is what is required, rather than going into a shell and thinking that, well, 3-0 can be easily done in 50 overs. I think the idea should be really to go hard at the likes of Lasith Malinga and Dilhara Fernando. Make a strong statement in this 5 one-day international series. Win powerfully and win convincingly. I think that should be the motto for them. Imran Farhat, left-hander, bit of experience behind him now. 32 the average. Strike rate is always important, and it's not a bad strike rate.
But surprising for him, 70. He does like to hit the ball hard. 2 for 24 of his 10 today. Strike rate also around that, but it's been on the improve over the last year or so for Mohammad Hafiz.
Yes, he looks a very good player. He plays nice shots. He doesn't come across as a big one-day hitter. It's all about timing and about placement and footwork. Very neat player, very pleasing player to watch.
They should go out there and play their own game, not think of the scoreboard or think of what the pitch would do. Then they'll play them. They could play themselves into a hole, just like what Sri Lanka did.
And he usually begins every ball with a kiss on the ball. There he goes.
Goes through Sangakkara, so wide and buys. Just not what you want. You want a perfect start. On to 3 runs, Pakistan, without a ball being bowled. But you can see what Malinga's trying to do. He's trying to be full and straight.
Very close to the stumps. Try to get that ball, swing back from that middle and leg stump channel. In the end, it got just a little bit easy for the batsmen and a little big and unkind for the keeper. Kumar Sangakkara is keeping wickets after a very long gap.
Again, tries to get up there.
I think good way to play Lasith Malinga is to be more on your front foot. You've got to look out for his Yorker, his fuller length. He's got a nasty bouncer also, but I think on a pitch like this, you're better off really trying to handle him off your front foot rather than camping on the back foot and being beaten by his variations. He's a lovely bowler, Lasith Malinga. A huge hit in limited overs game. Brilliant in the T20s. Good temperament. Solid operator.
The Jeevan Mendes is on the field. He's on the field for Mahela Jayawardene. Goes right through. Just a bit of swing.
Cannot afford to have a high back lift when you're playing against Lasith Malinga. He's quick, he's slippery, and clearly Imran Farhat was very late getting onto that one.
Yeah, you know what he'll be trying to do. So just adjusting your back lift or the way you approach things to suit that. That would be the way to go. You figure out what's risky and adjust to play that, because you just need to get through Lasith Malinga. Ball swinging into the left-hander. Dilshan pulling out a slip, getting a short mid-wicket. He has to be in a catching position because you do need the 2 catchers in the first 10 overs. Angelo Matthews, he's at first slip. Still no extravagant movement from Lasith Malinga, but he doesn't rely on that. In his mind, he feels he doesn't have the ability to swing the ball. That's why he practices all these variations, slower balls, different Yorkers, slower bounces. No ball. The best time. Not the ideal start Sri Lanka wanted.
That's a nice block by Imran Farhat. Free hit being signalled by the umpire. It's very seldom that you can have a ball against Lasith Malinga clearly over the line, and well, it's going to be a free hit. Let's see whether the batsman can gorge on this opportunity. What are the options? Maybe make room and plant him through the offside.
Wide Yorker gets it on the line. Fielders of course can't move. If the batsman had crossed, then you obviously can adjust your field. He's not had a great time against the Pakistanis, Ramiz. Just the 9 wickets, 11 matches, and 5 of those came in one game. An average of 48. Decent economy though, but not up there. Another no ball.
It could be a case that he's exerting himself just a little bit extra, a little bit more, because the job is a clear-cut, is pretty clear-cut for him. That is to pick wickets, and once again overstretching himself. It's another free hit. Let's see whether Imran Farhat can make anything out of this one.
I'd expect a slower bouncer. Edged it, but it's off a free hit. Farhat going nowhere either.
I think Pakistan certainly will have a strategy against Lasith Malinga. Slow delivery, edged. It was a free hit, so no dramas. Pakistan can also just look to play Lasith Malinga as safely as possible, not to be extra bit of clever against him, not to be extravagant in their thoughts against him. All it requires is for them to see off Malinga's spell and then go across the line.
He's on his way. He was very smart. It's good fielding out there. Kosil Kulasekara, the debutant. He wouldn't want to see how he got out though. 8 for no loss. Suranga Lakmal. He'll be using the other new ball from the Emirates Road end. Just 11 wickets for him. Didn't play in the 3rd test match. Very impressive in the test match that was played out here in Dubai. Well, if you just look down memory lane, the 3 ODIs played in Dubai last year, all 3 games were played on the same pitch. The first game, South Africa successfully defended 228. That pitch also, there was a little bit of extra grass. Come the 2nd and 3rd ODIs, it became much easier to bat. What we must also understand is the bowlers today had 2 new balls from both ends, so there is a bit of adjustment to be done tactically also. 4. Just sat up for him, Mohammad Hafiz. Doesn't miss out.
Well, he's in glorious form, Mohammad Hafiz. Little shorter in length, and he doesn't have the pace to bother Hafiz. In great position to play that pull shot. Located it early and hit it in front of mid-wicket. Now that is one quality shot. And exemplifies the class of Mohammad Hafiz. He's been in great touch in the year 2011.
That's his test series. Reasonable. He's one who likes to sit on the back foot. Through that shot a little early. That's what lots of batsmen have struggled with, this grass, but the ball is not going through. It's a bit of sponge bounce, so it bounces extra but doesn't come at you. The teams need to understand that they will take a little bit of time changing tactically, and also batsmen will have to change technically too, because you've got a hard ball coming at you for longer. So your goals have to be reset.
Any opener or a batsman who likes playing fast bowling would love the rule change. Most openers want more of the fast bowlers and less of the spinners, and I think they'll have their way now.
I think it'll take longer for the Sri Lankans because their game style has been get the scores, the runs on the board, get through the first few overs when bowling, and then put the squeeze on. In the air, and Hafiz pays the price. So that's a big wicket for Sri Lanka. Little bit of hope. Again, through the shot very early. Mohammad Hafiz was not a wicket-taking delivery though. But he'll take it. Mohammad Hafiz, top shot, get him up to 5 on boundary. Pakistan 1 for 12. Yunus Khan, well, he's here early. Got a torrid time to deal with, 15 minutes to the dinner break. Pakistan getting half an hour in because Sri Lanka were bowled out early. But he's here because Mohammad Hafiz just got through the shot a little too early. Two slips in a gully. Suranga Lakmal taking the ball away from the right-hander. Gets the edge. But good hands from Yunus Khan. Make sure it goes down to the ground. Gets off the mark. 13 for 1. Mohammad Hafiz bowling out. Poor shot selection, I would say. It was a harmless ball that was sitting up for him. Lanka to Yunus Khan. Aggressive fields now, two slips gully in. This is a wicket. Nothing happening really, but Hafiz looking for that mid-wicket, that gap at mid-wicket. Too easy for Kosal Kulasekaran. Interesting from Yunus Khan. Make sure he covers the line.
I like this field that they've set for Yunus Khan. There's a slip in place which is in conventional position. Then you see a gap between the second and the man next to him, which is a little wide. And then the gully is a little finer, not in its original position. That is because he likes to glide the ball through the slip court. Yunus Khan, he wants to be busy when he comes in at the crease. The field at cover also comes in to cut out the single. That is what he wants. He wants to rotate the strike. That is how he builds up his innings. He's not a big hitter of the ball. He's not the one to muscle the ball for 4s and 6s. I think he's a quiet starter, but an intelligent operator. He'll work the ball into the gaps and get the opposition thinking.
Yeah, he's trying to create his opportunities. You can see him moving across the wicket. He's got to make sure that he gets back to ball, because if he misses, he's out. But by going across, he's going to use that area on the leg side to get off strike. And I think the Sri Lankans lacked a lot of that. Because you've got to just move around the crease and maneuver those balls into gaps. There was extra bounce. You did need to hit through the line to get your runs.
What was missing from the Sri Lankan batting was the application, about adapting to the conditions and rotating the strike. Simple things they didn't do well.
And if bowlers do bowl straight at you, wicket to wicket, unless you create your opportunities by little things like what Yunus Khan is doing, life will become very difficult. Looking to be full Malinga. I was saying a while ago, Sri Lankans like to take the pace off the ball. They like to milk. And with the two newer balls, that ball's going to stay harder for longer. Tactically and also in setting their targets, their goals. They're going to have to rethink how they use their personnel. Some of the power players are going to have a harder ball, but with the softer ball you could use reverse swing, use the spinner. They'll have to adjust real fast. Slow ball. Good running from Yunus Khan. Called him through. That's experience for you. It's 15 for 1. The one slip to Lakmal. Shot. And goes over the top with ease. Imran Farhat. The uppercut.
It sat up quite nicely for Imran Farhat, and he lashed onto it and lashed it over point. This will get his confidence up and running. Lakmal running in fast. I think he's got to control his length. Looks just a little bit anxious to generate pace and hit Pakistan badly. He's already done that once, so all he has to do is to now navigate himself quietly and cleverly so that he doesn't give away too many runs. Sri Lankans have only got a handful of runs to play with, so all they need to do is to find a fine balance where they can attack and also defend.
He's going to come around the wicket, change of angle, try and bowl tight to Imran Farhat. But when you're looking for wicket, that becomes more difficult because you're looking for that glory ball all the while. Bowlers are really good when they work for their wickets. They plan over a period of time, maybe 1 over, 2 overs, set batsmen up. But this man has improved. The way he uses the seam has been really impressive. In the past we used to see a wobbly seam. Now we see the seam hitting the pitch more often than not. That's been his pitch map thus far to Hafiz. They've all been short, not where you really want to be though. Hit a bat and 4 more to Imran Farhat.
4 leg byes in fact, but Lakmal once again losing his focus. This time on the pads and so not being able to control his line. He's clearly been on the shorter side, and for the man of his pace, I think he's been a little shorter. Extra angle, I think he tried the in-dipper, obviously. It was misfired by him down the leg side, and so 4 good runs collected by Pakistan, even though it came off the pads, but still 4 runs.
It's a much better line and length. Well, you never know, Ramiz, when you have runs on the board, what can happen. Because in 1985, Craig Cozier tells me, you were the highest scorer when Pakistan were chasing down 125. Remember what happened?
Yes, we lost that too against India, but it was a good game. I remember Sunil Gavaskar caught beautifully in the slips. Imran Khan had picked up 6 wickets, I think. So he's extremely mad at losing the game. He was the captain also.
6 for 14 to Imran Khan, bowling India out for 125. But that was not too far from here. That was at Sharjah. Pakistan folding up for 87. The spinners coming into play. Sivaramakrishnan, a couple, Shastri. He's picked up a couple too.
Some memorable games between Pakistan and India during that period in Sharjah.
We'll come back to that, Ramiz. 23 for 1. Fielder going to square leg by mistake. Popping across. Quick single once again. Soft hands. He knows what needs to be done out there, Yunus Khan.
There are very few athletes that can beat Yunus Khan when he's running for one. He's super fit. He judges single to perfection this time. Have a look at him. The moment he hit that one, he was off.
Safely in. And that's where the Sri Lankans made another mistake, Ramiz. They were hitting it hard to the fielder. Here Yunus Khan hits it slowly. Fielder got to move into it. There's the opportunity to pick up a single. Today's Friday, Ramiz. There's a myth. That Pakistan cannot be beaten on a Friday.
It is a myth, and will only remain as a myth. It's not a given that we'll win on a Friday, but today we should win, I think, yeah.
Lots of Indians did feel that Pakistan couldn't be beaten out here in Sharjah because a lot of cricket was played there. Pakistan unbeatable on Friday. Gets it through, but there's a fielder in the deep.
All big matches happened on a Friday during that period when we were playing India in Sharjah. You couldn't have an India-Pakistan tie on a Sunday here in the UAE because Sharjah is a public holiday. And also, Russell, we were better than India during that period. I mean, that was the last big win that was shown on the telly just now, where India beat us. I think after that we hardly ever lost to India in Sharjah.
And also the period leading up to that, you had all these great bowlers going through Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus, but India had great batsmen. They had a stronger batting lineup. And we used to wish, imagine if you put them together, what it would be like. Bowling of Pakistan and the batting of India. Well, 2 balls to go. And it would be the dinner break. Pakistan had to come out as they bowled Sri Lanka out early. It's not been at his best. Lasith Malinga still struggling to find his rhythm. Going down the leg side.
Yes, he's been flat when it comes to swing bowling because he usually gets the new ball to swing and at pace. But everything that's been offered by Lasith Malinga has not been unplayable, well, most of it at least.
Toss gets it through. Stand and deliver from Imran Farhat. No need to run for that one. And walk away for dinner. 30 for 1 Pakistan. It's been a good start.
Yes, a very good start, even though they lost Hafiz, but it has been smooth going. Not been hassled by Malinga, not been taken out of the competition by Lakmal. I think this was the Yorker that was tried by Malinga, and full toss crafted away beautifully through the offside. Elegant drive from Imran Farhat to in the session, and Pakistan clearly in the driver's seat.
Immediately a nice bit of bounce and a slight misfield, and they'll get a 31 for 1 tea break. The Kings with me, Colombo, Sanath Jayasuriya. Had a good lunch, good tea, the whole thing. You're loving it, aren't you?
Not bad, Danny. Disappointing for Sri Lankans today. Skipper Dilshan, not even what he wanted was to bat well and get some runs on the board to put Pakistan pressure, but Sri Lankans didn't bat well. 131 all out. Disappointing shot selection, like Danny said. Dilhara Fernando just going across to your left hand half. Farhan, the third man. I think Dilhar is playing after a long time. He played first a one day just before the World Cup, then in February. So he has not played. He played the series in England, the test match. He got injured and came back to Sri Lanka, and he's been going through a lot of training, rehab work, and just more outside the off stump. He just he has not played international cricket much, and even though he played just before this tour, and he played few games, practice games in Colombo, and just try to get his rhythm right, because it's just a wide just outside the off stump. So he just trying to bowl. He's a bowler who can bowl just quick and more bounce most of the time. So something expecting from Dilshan is.
Big shout here. Fernando liked it, but umpire Erasmus, he's thinking he wants to. Well, they've got to use it. They're going to, yeah, he signalled, review, they want it. They're going upstairs. And they need something like this to go their way, Sri Lanka, to try and get back in the contest. He's pretty adamant, this Fernando. Just got to tick the first box. It's all right. So it's a legitimate delivery. No problem with the front foot. It's tailing a little bit. A bit of height. Hit outside the line, and the height factor too. This pitch has got bounce in it, and Fernando is a big, strong man. I thought, oh, it's going over. And pitching outside. Yeah. They've used up that one and only review. Easy decision for Riching Illingworth upstairs. The TV third umpire, Riching Illingworth from England. So the shake of the arms, a smile for Fernando. I'm sorry, old son, that's not it.
Good, Danny, but still I like the way he bowls, the area, the length. But he missed out from that occasion, but that's the area he should bowl most of the time, Dilhara Fernando. So he got some slip in place, gully, and just try and bowl a little bit off the wicket. It comes quicker, Danny. So a little bit more bounce, because they're using two balls. So it's something on it all the time. It's also in conditions.
Good little initiative, I think, coming back into the game for the bowlers in this format, 50 over cricket. Two new balls, and you can see how shiny and new and how proud that seam is. A ball from each end. 50 over contest and constitutes 25 overs. And Simon Torful on, chatting with Roshana Masingi earlier on in the Sri Lankan innings, just saying that it's a good initiative. Just the contest between bat and ball, and also Simon Torful was saying that you get a new ball, brand new ball for T20 cricket. So you've only got 20 overs with it. So in a way, you've sort of got that on one end, 25 overs and 25 overs either end. It's a fuller one. Now Yunus Khan to pinch a couple. thick inside edge. It ends the over, 35 for 1. There's Kumar diving around, and all good keepers never going to die wondering and appealing while he's on the turf. That shape off the pad, and he decides to have a little shout as well.
That's right, Lasith Malinga trying again to swing the ball into the left-hander. Very well taken by Kumar Sangakkara. Difficult, Danny, when the batting is not clicking, when they're defending on 130, the mentally they're not right. They will try and do their best, but still you don't get maximum out of their individual players because they know that they got a 130. So I think Sri Lankans need to do something different for batting, and they have not faced this kind of situations before, like playing with 2 balls. So this is the time they need to plan something out. What you're going when you go to Upul Taranga to bat a long inning. 37 for 1.
Fernando starts the second over, and beaten Yunus Khan on the inside. Loose little stroke.
Just try to bowl the off stump, just outside the off stump. Dilhara Fernando, experienced player, played a lot of international cricket, but he has not delivered much. Every time when he comes to a big occasion, and lack of a consistency from Dilhara, but this time he got opportunity.
Has been put down, and I think by the substitute fielder Mendes. Is it on the bounce? I think we're just short. Wasn't a chance. I think I got a bit excited from up here in the rafters. Let's have a look at this.
Just one bounce. So Dilhara got a lot of pressure in this particular series, then not because anything else. He needs to perform. There are lots of people in Sri Lanka who wants Dilhara to perform. Because he's been a team for a long time now. So this is the key tour for Dilhara Fernando. Played 142 games. So he's a key player for Sri Lankans wants. And even a Dil Shan must be thinking to get something out of Dilhara Fernando.
That shorter back end of the length. So some useful pace. Look at that, 145 k's. So still cranking it up. It's the 32-year-old.
Played 142 games, got 180 wickets. Average is less than 30. So the thing is, some of the tours he's get injured very quickly. So that is why he has been out of most of the tours.
Yes, I hear what you're saying. He's been injury prone, hasn't he? Just wonder over a few years ago too, son. They're quite sort of muscular. Looked a bit muscle bound and got a bit too sort of strong looking in the gym. But like Shane Watson, and then Watson changed and got a little bit more sorted Shane Watson. So he's up there, Fernando. So got 141 wickets. He's 41 matches, sorry, and then 176 there. Top that up. And the Nationals, very useful. Fuller delivery and put away this time. Slower delivery from Fernando, but it's been put away nicely by Imran Farhat.
That occasion Dilhara Fernando tried to put a slow one. More fuller length. It's a wrong length. Farhat watchful, driving through the extra cover for 4 runs. Best timing. Is just watch the ball.
Got into the pads and fine leg up inside the fence. Pakistan are cruising. It's 46 for 1 now. Cruising along, Pakistan. Just the one down. At almost 50 from 8 overs. Lasith Malinga trying to pull out something special here. Very capable, as we're all well aware. Hat-tricks galore, Yorkers, quicker deliveries that fizz through and tend to shatter the stumps. Extraordinary talent with a equally unique action.
Dhananda Varnavira. All the way from Lasith Malinga. Got a bit of full end, the fuller, just flicked through the fine leg for 4 runs.
That was a no ball, and I think Yunus Khan's wondering about that now as well. Searching for the Yorker, Malinga. Height back to the old hip. Right on the line, I suppose you'd say no. But some umps might have given it. Change up, slower ball. Brings up the 50 now for Pakistan. And this time, we've got another front foot no ball. Lanka, guilty again. I think that's his third.
You can't afford to bowl no balls. Getting a free hit. Farad. There are a big one from Lasith Malinga. A lot of extras today. 13th extras. The Sri Lankans, they don't have much total to play with today. So the coach, not the happiest man today.
Yeah, understatement of the day. So the third no ball, all courtesy of Lasith Malinga. Changing the field slightly, so just going to have a nice little freebie here. Let's see if Fark can cash in. But you can't change, so you've got to still have catching. So, yeah, umpire Maria Erasmus just saying, we've got to have another catcher here. That's right. Need the other catcher in there. Just telling Gulshan, saying, get your other one in too. 2 catches. So we've got sort of a funny old fourth slip and a leg going. Here comes the free hit. Well bowled, and he's only going to get a single. You see that so often, whether it's 50 over cricket or T20, free hits often don't get scored off, or just a little single squeezed down.
He's master on bowling Yorkers, Daddy. I've seen a lot of in 2020 games. Malinga bowls a lot of Yorkers. But the difference between Sri Lankan batting and Pakistan batting is the Pakistanis respect the better bowler. They know that the Lasith Malinga is a wicket-taking bowler, and they are very watchful. There's another slow one, a fuller. Work towards the leg side for square leg for 2 or 3. So that's a difference between two sides. They always respect the bowler who can bowl well. Sri Lankans flick with the leg side, it's a slow ball. And also shot selection from the Sri Lankans were not good. And whenever they tried to go over mid-on, it was not the ball to go over the mid-on.
Yeah, certainly the plan is right out the window in terms of Sri Lanka's batting. Another slow Yorker. they should get two. Here comes Clark. He's come back. Comfortable brace. Yeah, it was awful. Got to say that. And I think if you're really honest about it, was. No one got going. Poor options. No one really batted together from Sri Lanka's perspective. So this is just very easy now because the side batting second, total control, and they know what they have to get. And 131 is simply not good enough, even in club cricket, let alone this. So a dozen off this over. Good to see some no ball and some boundary hit there. So two men catching straight on the drives, and a man at the wicket on the fence. Third man, so fine leg up inside the circle. There's a bouncer, and it's another no ball, but it was quick and it was straight and it bounced. And another no ball. So the fourth one of the innings, all to Lasith Malinga. And it's time for another freebie. And might be a bit tough, this one. But the line is always the ups, of course.
It's disappointing to see balls, so many no balls in a 1 over, the second one. Lasith Malinga, it seems like trying a little bit harder. When you try to go and a little bit more effort, Danny, always tend to front foot go over the crease. 15 runs so far from this over. It's a free hit.
$62 for 1. Lovely wrist work from Imran Farhat. Look for three, and he wants it. And good running from Yunus as well.
Dilhara Fernando just tried the ball straight into Farhat. Just flicked through towards the mid wicket. There was a lot of bounce early on the afternoon, Danny. There's not much bounce evening session. So the Dilhara Fernando is trying a few things, not because anything else. They know that they have not target the 131. So that's why they're trying few things. Fuller length, just driving through to mid-off. But Pakistanis bowl really well. That line and the length with the first 10 overs, Chima and Umar Gul, they bowled really well. The line and the length, the bounce, and they were disciplined to make sure that the Sri Lankans will do a mistake.
Did the job, those three gentlemen. That's that lovely length, that's better. It's the consistent line and length that Sanath Jayasuri is talking about. They were very disciplined. They got the ball in the right zone. Come back for a freebie. Boys' own annual stuff. 3 for 27. Ajmal bowled beautifully as well. Razak, he picked up a wicket. So did Chima. He got the Sri Lankan skipper out early, the first one to go. And they love boom boom. Lovely hands. Yunus Khan just adjusted there and opened the blade. They rode the bounce beautifully.
That was the last ball. Just try to work towards the third man area. The Pakistanis are watchful. They saw this wicket in the afternoon, a lot of bounce, a swing and seam. but they don't want to lose any wickets. That's why they are holding from one end. Farhat is watchful, doesn't want to make sure that he bat through.
Bouncy one to finish, 66 for 1. Say Kuge, Pazana. Oh, you guys are geeks, aren't you? I love it.
That's right, Daddy. You pronounce well. Sekuge Prasanna.
Well, leg break. This is exciting, I think, for everyone. Just warming up here, getting through the routine. It's Prasanna. So he goes with fairly new ball. 10 overs gone, so it's only 5 overs, of course, with the 2 balls on each end, and see if he can get something to go off straight a little, or if not, a little bit of bounce. That'll be the difference. Get his flight right, and his pace right, get it to drop. Oh! So if the pad, is it? Or if pace of the blade. It's not quite, and it goes in there and bangs off the rope. Good effort, good try, unlucky. Signal is runs, so glanced nice and fine.
Yeah, just down the left side from Sekuge Prasanna, worked on fine. Yunus Khan is a lovely player on pads, just work the ball all the time. Jiwan Mendes tried his best to save those runs, but it was 4-4. That's a length Danny Sekuge Prasanna should start with. It's a new ball, it's not easy. The spinners find it difficult with this new ball.
It's a good throw, and it'll be an overthrow, so he'll be penalised. A bit of a dead eye there. It's Angelo Matthews. Turn and throw, pick up, comfortably home, but comfortable little cheeky second. Just sliding and skidding on to look at this new ball for Prasanna. They've got to try something different, Sri Lanka.
Nothing much turn on this wicket anyway, Danny. It just maintain from one end, ball just off stump or just outside the off stump, make the batsman do the mistake. He's not the bowler who turned the ball a lot. But it find it difficult because the ball also knew when the 2 balls combination will give spinners a little bit of hard time. And also I don't think there will be more reverse swing coming on with this 2 new ball concept.
It's all in your favour, you see. Get a nice, shiny, white ball so you can see it, and then make it disappear, like you did. There is that side of it, as you say, Sana. It's gone out of the game a little bit, the older ball reversing, even when they changed it at 34. Not anymore. And a little single there for Farhat. Keeps a strike at 74 for 1. Him and Farhat on strike against Dilhara Fernando. Nice pads there, going to be careful there. Power plays, he can go one or two ways. First 10 overs. That was the wicket, the only one to fall so far of Hafiz. The Luckmal. But they've been in control of Pakistan. Nothing too silly. Nice calculated control batting. One of those slower balls from Fernando. And yet another single pinched. Sri Lanka were at 34 for 1 in their mandatory power play, and with a difference. Difference when you know what you have to score, and it's an easy equation. No risks taken. At 66 for 1 versus 34 for 1. And the disciplined bowling of Pakistan versus Sri Lanka's top order batting evident there. One of those Yorkers, but he's dug it out and just punched it. Didn't have to overhit it. And it races away for yet another boundary.
That's where Dilhar Fernando's length is wrong. The fuller length. We were just talking about the back of a length. Just back of a length to bowl. Yunus Khan is a fuller length. Just driving through, passing the ball for 4 runs. Yunus Khan, you can see how watchful he is. He doesn't want to give away this wicket. He just try to play straight much as possible.
Well, from a bowling perspective, you can understand a bit Dilhara trying to do something different, trying to get the wicket-taking delivery to Yorkie. He just missed it. It was a low full toss, and it cost him 4. And he backs it up with a bouncer. 1 and over. We're allowed, of course. Banged it in. A good height. Yunus, a bit of a workout for him. And they're ducking on. He knows now that he can't get another one of those in, otherwise he'll be penalised. Well, Yunus could just swivel back and pull it for 4. We'll do that. Slash it away, but found the man at point.
That occasion, Dilhar Fernando just outside the off stump. Try to bowl quicker. Try to do something different. It was almost at cover Seguke Prasanna, waiting for that catch. It's a big difference between when you bowl first and when you bowl second. When you bowl first, you bowl a line and length to make sure batsmen do a mistake.
It's gone, absolutely gone for all money. If there was a direct hit on the stumps, he gave up the ghost. Did Yunus Khan? He survives. It's 80 for 1. Prasanna with his second over. Single pinched. Time for change in voice. The wonderful Ramiz Raja and Roshan Abasini.
Thank you, Danny. This is what was so close for Yunus Khan. Now, had that hit, Pakistan would have lost a second wicket. I wonder whether it's a little bit too late in the day. Imran Farad, what a hand he's played. 32. And he's looked very comfortable, Ramiz, and particularly on the offside, he looks so classy.
That's right, it's been a good knock, considering that he didn't play any of the test matches. And you tend to get a little rusty and off focus when you're serving drinks for a good month or so. You don't get time even in the nets to bat. So this really, from that viewpoint, a very, very fine innings.
It's been sensible cricket by Pakistan. They haven't tried to overdo things. They have waited for their time. The thing is, they have punished the loose ball. They got maximum out of the loose ball. And also we did see earlier on that Pakistan was so focused with their bowling. Sri Lanka a little bit indisciplined. So that allowed the Pakistanis the luxury of scoring runs. Nicely played by Yunus Khan. He's been another star for Pakistan. What a performer. He's used all his experience and put it to very good use in the test series. Just continuing here.
This goes on to show that if you're a good test Test cricketer, you can bring that genius to any format, all the formats. In fact, you're better served if you are a regular Test cricketer to come and perform in limited overs cricket. It's gone for runs outside edge. Didn't look too pretty on that occasion, Imran Farhat, but he's got an excellent runner in Yunus Khan, who converts a 2 into a 3. It's 86 for run.
Well, they got plenty to cheer. Pakistan have won the Test series. They're getting into a fantastic start in the one-day series. Secular will continue. We do know that Pakistan crowds have suffered a lot not having international cricket played in their part of the world, but this is some consolation.
And the sport has been magnificent today. Pakistan making good use of their winning form and carrying it through to the one-day series. First game of any series is important. Pakistan have made the first move here. Well, Pakistan fans are jubilant, enjoying the atmosphere. The Sri Lankan fans, even though there are few smiles around, but the fire seems to have gone out of their system. Flags are all rolled in, folded and packed.
That's gone fine. That's gone down to the boundary. So Pakistan getting ever so close to that 131. Yunus Khan playing it so neatly. Very fine.
Is not going to hit you down completely and will not knock you out completely, but he'll keep on delivering those little punches. And as a result, Pakistan now safely placed because of his effort. Yunus on 37 from just 35 balls.
Sri Lankan batsmen really should blame themselves for this debacle they're in. Pakistan pair have shown how to cope on this pitch. They haven't really gone slam bang at the Sri Lankan bowling. They have played each ball on its merit. Fortunately, the Sri Lankans took two extremes. They were either going after the bowling or they were completely bogged down. The right balance wasn't maintained, and the pressure created by Pakistan really made them succumb. It was a good toss to win. Dilshan was very spontaneous when he won the toss, wanted to bat. This is over mid-off, just over mid-off. Imran Farhat now looking to expand his strokes, and the Pakistan 100 comes up.
Yes, it's another boundary, and the crowds are loving every moment of this march to victory. 100 for one. This was hit extremely hard. He was looking for an uppish drive to clear that man at mid-off. He got his wish because it was beautifully timed and came off the middle of the bat. Into the 40s, this really has been one impressive innings. 41 from 57 balls, 5 boundaries now for Imran. And it's 101 for one.
So Prasanna continues. And Farhat now looking to go after the bowling, looking to play some shots. Out of his 42 or 59 balls. Like the way he built his innings. Didn't really go after the bowling too much. Watch the ball. And this is high. Down towards deep long on. Malinga may take it. No, he doesn't. Bounces just inside. And in fact, it has to be 4. I think it bounced once. Just inside the line.
Yes, Lasith Malinga possibly in the end misreading the flight on that one. Looking for a big heave over mid-on and mid-wicket. It fell inches away from the rope, inside the playing area, so it'll be signalled as a 4. Very close to the rope. And Lasith Malinga clearly a little late in reacting to that Skyer from the left-hander. 4 given.
He went around quite well, but just couldn't make it. Wasn't an easy chance anyway. Farhat has gone up to 46 with that boundary. Once again, that should be his 50. Imran Farhat is in fine form. His 9th 50. He's got 100 in one-day cricket. Wow, what a way to bring it up.
He's turned it around with a magnificent innings. There was a question mark whether to play Imran Farhat or not today, and well, he's answered his critics and the guys who were dubious of his abilities. Really has been one impressive innings. .50 from just 63 balls against a good side.
.109 for 1.
The Royal Box with some seriously royal personalities. We know that the gentleman in the suit is the Sri Lankan High Commissioner. Mr. Falak Naz is sitting in the middle, who's I think the president of the Dubai Cricket Association. Again, he targets the fine area and away from the field and the deep. This is good batting from Yunus Khan. He'll keep on punching you with such smart cricket shots. That's a nice shot. Paint tickle round the corner and runs for Yunus. .101 runs now between the two from 95 balls. It's been another impressive performance from Pakistan, not letting up on the good work done by them in the series against Sri Lanka, just making it tough for the Sri Lankans even in the one-day game. They need all those runs at .59 per over. How do you achieve .59 and over? That's half a run. Not possible. Well, the celebrations have begun for some of them. It's been Pakistan's day and it's been Pakistan's night. Well, the slow delivery and eventually, finally, they pick one. It's 114 for 1.
Still believe the Sri Lankan team is a good team. It's just that they need to polish up on a couple of areas and everything else will fall in line. in no position to comment or judge the bowling because they need a chance. They need runs on the board. That's where Sri Lanka have always been let down. The batting has not clicked.
Well, what they can do is make sure that the heads don't go down. I mean, still 4 matches to go. They're far better side, as I said. So come hard. I mean, go back, maybe do some talking more than practicing, because I think they are a fine side. They're number 2 in the world. So don't forget that.
Yeah, the bowling is looking ordinary because it's just 130 runs. So let's forget about that bit. About the batting, I think if they can just think about the basics, figure out how you're going to score your runs rather than just thinking of hitting the ball, picking singles, maneuvering the ball into gaps, not hitting it hard at the fielders. I mean, those little things will make a big difference the moment you start rotating the strike. Pressures on the bowlers, and then the mistakes come from the opposition as well. It's these little things the focus needs to turn to. Slight inside edge, but he's given it. I did think there were 2 noises, but that was pretty straight though.
Well, Imran Farhat is walking toward Yunus Khan, having a little chat and seeing if they're probably going to ask for the review. But there he has, I guess.
He certainly has, but my call was inside edge, but if it was, Farhat would have gone up straight away.
I don't really think that it is an inside edge. He might be just thinking that it may be going high or maybe outside the line. It's no problem here. Pretty legal delivery here. If you can pick up that pitched in line, I think the umpires made the right decision. It would be gone on to hit the stumps.
Certainly would have. Pitching in line. There we have it. Going on. Now, would it hit the stumps? So no issue with the height. A very good decision from the umpire. But Imran Farhat, he's really played well. He'll be relieved he's got that one right. Yes, he's happy to put his finger up once again. Not an easy job with so much noise out there. Farhat, 50 to him. Pakistan 115 for 2. Shafraz Ahmed, he's got a promotion and a right move. Just getting the feel of the atmosphere, getting him out there, giving him some experience. Run 15 for 2. Yunus Khan, 44 of 46 balls. You hardly feel him accumulate his runs. Very clever at that, just the deft touches, quick singles. Dilhara Fernando back in the attack. Really important you have such a player in great nick. This transferring of pressure is done effortlessly when such a man is in form.
That was a good delivery by Lakmal. Pitched in line and just nipped back a little bit. A good decision by the umpire. Played all around it. Imran Farhat had a good knock, 50. But that one's going straight and going to go and hit the middle stump.
In the quick single.
Well, Rasan, I personally believe that Sangakkara, Mahela Javadne, Dilshan, I think they need to just sit down and sort of put things together, because I just get this feeling that there's not enough strategies out there. I mean, fair enough, Jeff Marsh has just taken over. I think it's going to take a little bit longer for him to sort of know these guys and adjust in them, rather than these guys know each other. They've been playing together for a long, long time. These are the one who's got to grab it from the top and say, look guys, we've got to really perform out there. We've got to take some responsibilities. Don't know anything about that.
was quick in the 140s. Imran Farhat was playing the angle. He's looking to go towards extra cover because that's the angle he produces, but the ball straightens. He's not a man to use the long stride. He backs himself with that big swing. Short stride, gets himself balanced. That's what he does. Yeah, you're right, but they shouldn't complicate life though. Sangakkara Jayawardene off the mark with a cracker. Has to come back for two because the third man was really wide there. Jayawardene, Sangakkara, Dilshan, going back to them, they should remind themselves of the basics. Do the simple things right, and then the result takes care of itself. Because right now I think so much going wrong. I think the easy thing for them to do is to really complicate life and look for remedies that wouldn't exist. Generally, the answers lie in simple things. Watching the ball, picking up the singles, then the rest falls in place generally, you know. Looking to hit the ball, looking for like complicated matters. Wickets at this stage, simple things. Bowler, what would you do? Line and length. Just run in, hit the deck, hit the seam. Simple as that.
And also important to bring the energy, the bubble, which I think is missing, which I haven't really seen in the test matches also. I mean, they had a tough series. Pakistan definitely a far better side for sure. But I've seen Sri Lanka playing against the better sides. But when they go out there and look a different side, they look a lot of bubble, a lot of energy. They just don't give up just like that.
That's where Dilshan and Upul Taranga will play a vital role, because opening the batting, if they can give that usual opening partnership, Dilshan getting off to a flyer, it will certainly rub on the rest. But if they lose quick wickets and get into that shell, your mind goes back to the form, or the memories are what has been happening over the last 6 months. That's not a good feeling. It's 119 for 2. Can I translate that for you, Waqar, after this ball?
Please.
It says that they can't go to their workplaces tomorrow because the banter. That always is the case, isn't it? So their bragging rights have been lost. That's what it's saying.
Well, they should lose hope. They've come a long way, haven't they? But they shouldn't lose hope. There's 4 more to go.
There's no fielder in the deep. 2 more runs to Yunus Khan. 11 runs required now for Pakistan. As I was saying, it's that start, Waqar. It's very important, because once again, if they get that feeling that they have to fight with their back against the wall, it's not going to be easy. They need a bit of luck, they need a break, but suddenly they find things falling in place. Dilshan gets off to a flyer, Sangakkara comes, knocks it around, Jayawardene can come in and do the same, and things will take off from there. Top shot, another 50 for Yunus Khan, and what a way to bring it up. Century number 45 for Yunus Khan. That's been a masterly innings. We've not felt him get to 50.
Yeah, look at the strike rate, 100. 51 ball, 51 runs. And the last shot he played was one top shot.
Now that's where credit has to go to the Pakistanis, Waqar. They haven't given Sri Lanka a chance. They've always made sure that they've been at them, made it really difficult for them to breathe.
Yeah, that's what they are going to do. They've got their experienced player back. Afridi's back, Razak is back, so they know they're not going to give an inch. But look at the stroke. Beautiful stroke. Lovely shot.
You teach him that?
Me? Are you okay?
Were you not the coach?
I was the coach, but I don't coach him this. He knows all this. He's good at it. Practiced really hard and worked really hard with his technique and worked with tennis ball, cricket ball. He's always working out. Very fit.
With Yunus Khan.
Not me, Yunus Khan, of course.
Inside edge. Could have gone anywhere really. It's 125 for 2. And now they're within 1 hit, Pakistanis. 6 runs to win. Generally, in one-day cricket, you use the white ball, and you expect the ball to swing from 8 to 10 overs. Then it gets easier for the batsman. But now with the 2 new balls, if you really look at it, each of these balls are only in the 11th over. So the batsmen need to get adjusted to that it's going to be tougher the longer periods.
This might be the case that the Sri Lankan openers were thinking, 2 new balls, we have to be very careful rather than just going after it. The normal usual stuff. This might go for 4 and this might be it. That is gone for 4 and there's 1 more run to win. That's the score's level.
2 more to win. But very clever. The third man was wide. Done on purpose. Using the pace of Dilhara Fernando.
Yeah, nicely controlled. You might be thinking that he was looking to play straight, but he just let the bat loose at the last second, let the ball sort of slid off the face before.
That's what I'm saying, Waqar, that they need to focus on simple things, not complicate matters. 2 new balls. Just go there, play your own game.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that if that's what exactly what the case was, that the Sri Lankan openers were thinking about the 2 balls, that they have to be extra careful playing or facing those 2 deliveries. I think they just got to go out there and play normal and think that this is only 1 cricket ball, the new ball. Got to just maybe respect it for the couple of overs and see if they're swinging. If not, then go after it. I think that Dilshan this afternoon. That's it. Maybe not.
You in a hurry, Waqar?
Early night I need. Even they were up.
Yeah, the Sri Lankans would be wishing it to be over sooner rather than later. It's been a tough night. Tough day here. You're better off finishing it off, getting in there, taking a breather, looking forward to things, and not reliving these moments. It's never easy. Will hurt. They have let themselves down, the Sri Lankans. If they haven't played to potential, they would know that. So that's always a positive. There's some place to go. You just need to lift it up. I'll leave it to you, Waqar.
I think that's it now. Yep, that's it. Pakistan have won this match quite comfortably, 132 for 2, won by 8 wickets. Yunus Khan on 56, unbeaten 56, or 57 delivered with 7 fours, and the crowd's on their feet.
Well, Pakistan batted beautifully, didn't have to break any sweat to get over the line. 132 for 2 in the end. Contributions from Imran Farhat, he looked good for his 50, and Yunus Khan navigated the innings like a master craftsman. 56 not out. Sri Lankan bowlers tried extremely hard, but Lakmal was the only one to impress. Malinga just a touch rusty at times. So that is the match summary then. First one-day international done and dusted. Sri Lankans 131, Pakistan in reply 132 for 2, winning by a huge margin of 8 wickets and lead the series 1-0. No surprises, Shahid Afridi was declared the Man of the Match award winner and impact player, 3 wickets, and what a return to international cricket and return to form for Shahid Afridi. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the highlight show. Till we meet again, it's goodbye from all of us.
This has been a Fox Sports presentation.